Hello guys, how are you? Today I really wanted to talk to you guys because I've had a couple people ask me if I exfoliate and how often do I exfoliate in the summertime. And I exfoliate maybe 2 to 3 times a week with a couple different things. But my go-to exfoliation is a very hydrating, very anti-aging friendly mask. And I love it because it puts hydration in without making me feel oily. It doesn't strip my face, that kind of thing. So what I like to do is on Sundays or Mondays, I like to, my cleanser's almost gone, so that's why I'm doing this. So I don't like to use a very foamy drying cleanser. So I like to use one that's hydrating, but what I like to do is I like to take my mask. Now it's normally in this big thing, but I have it in my little traveling jar. So I like to put it in my cleanser and I like to rub it around. And I should have got my face wet before I did this, but we're gonna just do it like this. And then I like to rub it together. And this is my lazy mom way of getting my face exfoliated but cleaned. I mean, as a stay-at-home mom, really struggle with having the time to do these things, right? And that's why we don't do enough self-care, because we're like, well, we don't even have enough time to go to the bathroom. So what I like is you can come in. What I do is I'll throw this on here, throw my exfoliator on there, put it on my face, go sit down and go to the bathroom or floss my teeth, because I'm a flosser. As you can tell, my husband's getting my son ready for bed. Is he saying mama? So what I like to do is I like to put it on my face, go to the bathroom or floss my teeth or brush my teeth, right? In my routine. Now, one of the biggest things I do recommend when you're looking for an exfoliator, a couple ingredients that I recommend is jojoba, lemon, and lemon. Jojoba beads are so great for anti-aging. They're great because of the size of the pore. So you're not going to have to worry about micro tearing or worry about breaking any capillaries. And if you've been with me for a while, you know kind of what I'm saying. And what I mean by that is some micro beads are so big, like the plastic ones, kind of like if you remember apricot scab, it can cause tears because they're so big, right? And they're so harsh. These are actual tiny ones, and what they do when you move them around your face, it collects that dead skin, right? So when I sit on the toilet or whatever, brushing my teeth, I'll just kind of move this around a little bit, manipulate it just a little bit, right? So as you can see here, they're kind of multiplying. That means that that mask is really starting to collect. See, the masks that I used to use were really like my face felt really tight afterwards. And that's how I was kind of conditioned for it to be like, because I was so oily skinned. So for me, having that tightness feeling is conditioned to be the way it should feel. You shouldn't feel like that. I'm just putting a little bit of extra on here because I'm talking to you guys. So I kind of just rub that around. I leave that on there for about 3 to 4 minutes, like I said, while I'm brushing my teeth or I'm sitting on the toilet. My toilet time is my spa time. But that's what I like to do for my lazy mom cleaning. Now, or exfoliating. The other thing about lemon is that it's an antibacterial, antimicrobial. So what's great about that is it's great for people with cystic acne, people with dry skin, oily skin, purple skin, green skin, blue skin. It's for all skin types, the jojoba and the lemon. So it's not going to dry you out. It's not going to make your skin produce more oil. It's going to help with the exfoliation. If you have cystic acne, it's going to help with killing that bacteria without overly exfoliating your skin. Because what happens is people with cystic acne, are conditioned to believe that they shouldn't exfoliate their skin because it's going to make it worse. Well, that is true, but you have to use the right exfoliator to do that. And so this is hydrating, and it has those small beads in it. It's antibacterial, antimicrobial without having any chemical that's antibacterial, antimicrobial. It's a natural type of antibacterial, antimicrobial. So what it's going to do is, hi Sarah, how are you? Hi Joni, you guys all just popped up at one time. So when you hop on here, you guys, make sure you tell me what kind of exfoliator. Look at my son got chocolate on me. I look like, we were out in the yard today, so I got a little bit of sun. So that's what I love most, is that all skin types can use this particular mask. And like I said, I used to use it like 2 to 3 days a week, and I would spread it out, but I use other things now in my routine. But this is my every Sunday, Monday. And then I go to my bigger exfoliators, which are like my lactic pads and my duo, which has high anti-aging exfoliator. So what skin polish is going to do for you is it's going to get under that, it's going to get that first layer of skin. Okay. It's going to get that first layer of skin of yours, and it's really going to manipulate it. So you're getting that first dead layer of skin off of there, right? I just love exfoliators. So it's going to get that first dead layer of skin off. And then 2 to 3 days after that, I go to my lactic acid pads. And then what that does is it actually gets down deeper to the second layer, and it literally pulls apart. It's like pulls the glue apart that is holding any dead skin under that first layer. Okay, so the first time I exfoliate, I'm exfoliating with my skin polish, right? I'm getting that first layer, and then 2 to 3 days, sometimes 4 days after, I'll go in. I see some beads in my eyebrows. I'll go in and I'll do the lactic pads, and that gets the second layer. So it pulls that glue apart. And so anything that's left behind, I'm going to use my duo and my pod that's actually going to have the that really, really intense exfoliation. Also, it has lactic acid in it, but it has so many other benefits in it. So this week you're going to see me talk a lot about exfoliation. That's going to be my theme and my VIP group. So in a couple days, I'm going to come back with my pads and kind of show you that. So I'm going to take a picture today and show you the progression of a whole week. Now, biggest thing is make sure you're exfoliating and you're not going outside into the sun, because you've got that newest layer, especially if you're using like a chemical-based exfoliator, because your skin is more prone to burning. Okay, so I recommend, if you're exfoliating tonight, that you put on an SPF moisturizer tonight, and then put another one on tomorrow for sure. If you forget sometimes, I totally get it, but don't purposely go sit out in the sun. Don't purposely go out in the sun and try to sunbathe or anything like that, because your skin can be more sensitive to sun, UVA, and UVB rays. So I always recommend using every single day a broad spectrum facial sunscreen. So sometimes people forget to do that. So after your moisturizer, you want to use a facial SPF. So I definitely recommend you using one at night tonight, just to kind of get it to start going into your skin. And the great thing about exfoliation is that you're going to use less makeup, because your skin is clean. It's a clear palette. You're going to use less skincare, and you're going to see more benefit, because your products are going to start working better for you, right? So there's so many things. It's kind of like, would you really water your grass if you have leaves on it? So I see all these people who are dumping a lot of money into products and anti-aging, but they're not exfoliating their skin. And they're like, why am I not seeing results? And I'm like, because you need to exfoliate a little bit, right? So every skin type needs to exfoliate. We just need to make sure we're using the right exfoliation, okay? Well, I hope this was helpful for you guys. Make sure you stay tuned. In a couple of days, I'm going to come back with the lactic acid pads. And Sarah and Jen, thank you so much for joining me. If you were on here and I didn't see you, it's because Facebook is lagging something fierce. So I will go back and look at the comments, but I'd love to know what you use for exfoliation. Make sure you pop it down. So like I said, I'm going to be taking progression pictures all week. So I'll see you guys